Girl, why are you making videos about VIPKid? Guys, VIPKid is still hiring. People are finding me on YouTube still and signing up for VIPKid. And VIPKid is giving workshops, so here you go.
Hello, welcome back to my channel, Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I talk about online teaching, how you can start your own business working online, and I help others start to do the same. And when I say that, I want you to know that you do not need to be a certified teacher to teach online. You do not need to have a degree to teach online. You do not need to have specific teaching experience in order to teach online. If you want to know more, please email me, reclaimingjen@gmail.com. It is not a scam. It is not an MLM company. It is not a pyramid scheme. You can work from home making good money to support your family, and I can help you on your way. So please reach out to me. In this video, I am talking about no-shows. What do you do? This is for brand new teachers. Brand new teachers, what do you do when your student doesn't show up? Well, I'm about to tell you. If you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and help me on my goals on YouTube. What do you do when your student doesn't show up? It hasn't happened yet. You're brand new. What do? I know, you've read, okay, you have to wait for the student. Yes, you do need to wait for the student. 25 minutes for a major course class, okay? So you're there, you're ready to teach, and you click start, no student, no student, no student. What do? On Facebook, you'll read that you have to leave the camera open. You have to stay in front of the camera. You need to keep smiling while you're standing there with your no-show. Guys, this isn't true, okay? When I'm in a no-show, my student hasn't arrived yet, the first thing I do is I close my camera flap. And you know what? I'm gonna promote this camera right here. This is the Logitech, and it has this wonderful little flap to close when you're waiting for your student. So I will close the camera, and then usually I will put on a little an AR sticker. I like to use Dino's family that goes around the screen, and then Dino goes on your head. So I use that one, and then when the student pops on, they can see Dino's family right away, and then I open my camera, and then they can see me with Dino on my head. So I do like to do that. I also like it just so that the fireman can see that the teacher is engaged in and there in the class quickly. Like, they don't just see the black screen, they can see that Dino and his family are on the screen. So if you're interested in an external webcam or you need an upgrade, I have linked this camera there. Don't go with a C270. You need a camera at least like this, that when you hold up your props to the camera, it will focus so the student can see your props or the small details, or your face when you're trying to teach them pronunciation. So this is a great camera. Of course, there are even better ones, but this one is working for me right now. I believe it's the 920. The link for this, if you're interested, is below. I do get a small portion from Amazon, like $1, if you buy this camera using my link. All right, onward. So the student has not arrived, you've closed your camera, or you've made a makeshift piece of paper. That's what I used to use. I would fold a piece of paper and put it over the camera just so they couldn't see me, you know, scrolling my phone, because that's what I do. If I'm not doing feedback, then I'm usually scrolling Instagram, checking out what my friends, my teacher friends are up to. And then a lot of people have the question, what do I do when they show up and there's hardly any time left, or how am I supposed to get this lesson done when the student has showed up late? Guys, the answer is that you can only do what you can do. So depending on the time, like let's say that they arrived at 10 minutes and you only have 15 minutes left. You can extend for 2 or 3 minutes, unless you've got something really important to do in between classes, like go wake up your kids, or you need the bathroom. Then I just say sorry, goodbye at 25 minutes if I've really got something important to take care of during that time. But I do usually extend 2 or 3 minutes if the student is late. I don't extend if the student is not engaged in the lesson. Perhaps they are distracted by something else. Then I'll be like, okay, bye. So that is another reason that I will leave at 25 minutes. if it's a trial, student no show, you only need to stay for 15 minutes. If the student does not arrive by 15 minutes, you can wave at the camera. That's what I do. I wave to the camera and I click finish. And when it's a trial, you have to click a reason. Why are you leaving before 25 minutes? Because it's a student no-show trial. Okay? So that's what you do for that. But continuing on with what you do when the student is late and you're like, oh, how am I going to get all these slides done? Especially when it's an assessment, that can be pretty stressful. Again, the motto is you can only do what you can do. So sometimes for an assessment, I will maybe do only 1 or 2 of the questions on the slide, and then I'll just move on. As long as you can assess how they did with that in your feedback, then I just move on to the next thing. So at least do 1 question on those question slides. Try to assess how they're doing at that level, and on your way. Especially if they're your regular student, you already know what they're capable of. Yeah, so if you can only do 1 thing on that slide, then away you go. If you don't get the assessment done, and it happens, that's happened to me, you don't have time for the assessment, then you can either just use what you know. If it's your regular student, say they know all this, or you can, click the first option on the feedback and write in the feedback the student did not get this far because they were late, so I would recommend that you retake this assessment. So that is what I would do in that circumstance. And then if it's a regular major course or whatever supplementary course, I would just do what I could to get through the lesson. You can always decide if you just want to do 1 thing on the slide to try and get through all the slides, or if you just want to work with the student up to 27 minutes. So that is what I recommend that you do during a student no-show. I always keep my headset on so that I can hear when the student arrives, because you don't want them sitting there for 20, 30, 40 seconds wondering where the teacher is. So make sure you're paying attention to that little window. Sometimes you can't hear when they pop on, so you need to continually be looking up to see if your student has arrived. All right, guys, those are my tips for what to do when you have a student no-show. Stay tuned for my next video that will tell you how to avoid a teacher no-show and what to do when your equipment fails, when your Wi-Fi fails, when your power flickers, when your power's out. You need to have backups, and that's what my next video will be about. That's all from me from today. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It really helps me. Guys, I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube, let's be honest. And I am almost there, and I am trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can help me with that, I would super duper appreciate it. As always, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks.